Hey, before we get in this episode, can you do us a favor? Will you go ahead and subscribe to the channel?
Will you ring that notification bell?
And if you would, give this video a like. Well, enough of that mumbo jumbo. Let's get to the episode.
Let's talk developmentally speaking, glow up, and connecting through wrestling.
We would like to thank so much Sunny, the California girl. Patricia, thank you for coming on our very first episode of Developmentally Speaking presents Glow Up. And it's truly an honor to speak with you. Thank you so much for coming on here.
Thank you for having me, guys. I look forward to this.
Yeah,
it's very
absolutely.
cool. Sunny's always glowing. Okay.
Yeah. And
No pun intended.
so, I'm sure you, if you haven't seen the show, we like to just talk about everybody's, the way they got started, how they got into the business.
Okay.
And I know that the Glow story for a lot of the people who participated in it is unique.
Right.
So, how did you get into Glow?
Okay. So I came from a wrestling family, if you will. So hence the hat, the Destroyer. So we have Classy, Glassy, Mr. Moto, all the late greats that were at the Olympic Auditorium. I was 5 years old and raised at the Olympic Auditorium. My father and my brother used to be very close friends with all the wrestlers and take them to the hotels. My father was a security guard before he was a police officer. So he got to, mingle with all the wrestlers. He became very close with them. So they'd come to dinner, so on and so forth. And that's why when I was a little girl, I wore the Destroyer's mask without even knowing who he was. Going full circle, I got to meet him, right? Which was another Dick Beyer, rest in peace, and such a lovely family of his as well, Kurt and the legacy. So the big auditorium, back to that. One day I was, 19 years old, in my bedroom, just relaxing. I just got off a photo shoot because I was a model. I was a track runner most of my life, right? Up until 19, obviously. I trained and won many awards in track running against the men. I trained against the women. It wasn't happening, so they put me with the men to compete. And that was it. So I decided to get into modeling and acting, from a young age. So that's all I was doing. My dad decided to watch his Westerns on the weekend. So from the Westerns, I guess he came across Glow. It was on TV on the weekends, right? So he had it on TV. He calls me out of my bedroom and he says, "Sit down with me. I want you to watch this." And I'm like, okay. And I was amazed. I've never known Glow before this, was not a fan. I didn't know it existed. And it was so cool to watch all these women kick butt.
Absolutely.
All different sizes, shapes of characters on there. It was truly, truly amazing. So I watched it to the end of the show, and he looked at me, my dad, and he says, "You could do this." And I'm like, "No, I can't." He go, "Me? No." I go, "I run. I go, "I can't do flips. I'm 5'10". I go, I can't do that stuff. I'm not little like they are. I'm not, So sure enough, it says, at the end of the show, "Do you want to be a Glow girl?" And they flash the number. They flash the address if you want to sit in your headshot. So he told me to. So basically, I did this for my father. I mailed him my headshot. I got a call, and I went to interview. I auditioned with 350 girls in North Hollywood, California.
Wow.
Yeah. And I came in. Now, I didn't look, I had blonde hair then. I was really the beach girl, and I'm not kidding. I ran away to the beach. If my parents didn't want me to go, I went anyway. So I went and roller skated and did everything I could at the beach. I was a volleyball girl, loved the volleyball stuff. So I was every bit of true to my character, Sunny. But when I went in there, I was bouncing, always happy, da-da-da-da. And Matt called me over and he goes, "Sit down, I'm going to interview you." So I kind of bypassed some of the girls. I was like, what? And I sat down, and the next thing you know, I'm off to Vegas. So,
wow. So you said there's 350 people there for
350 girls just at that audition in North Hollywood, California. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So how many from that audition made it?
Wait, I lost you there a bit.
I'm sorry. How many?
That's okay.
How many from that audition made it?
Okay, so out of that audition, there was probably, I don't know, total from that one. They auditioned in different spots. Now, the ones that went to Las Vegas, there was a lot. There was like, I think 150 girls that qualified. Now, from the 150 girls, you go through a training. You go through military training. You have to do military push-ups, not sissy push-ups, military push-ups. And you go through this rigorous training, like all military stuff, right? And then as you're doing that, they analyze your character. So you've got the writer, the director, and other producers that are watching you. And that's how I got my character. But I'll tell you more about how really I got the character. But I succeeded in all the stuff. I broke actually, you can see this here. You see my 2 knuckles? I don't know if you can really see that clear. So what I did is, in the beginning of the training, I was trying to be tough, right? All these girls are behind me. I go up to the punching bag, and I go straight in. Mm-hmm. What do you think happened? I shattered my 2 knuckles and my wrist. Oh. So I had a cast on in the beginning of my training in the ring. I still did it. I don't know how.
That's amazing.
But I will never do that again. I learned how to box now. I think that's why I love boxing, but because I totally blew it. So it was so much fun though, guys, just to go and learn, just to know that you can do this stuff as a girl, mind you, just to be able to do push-ups, because that's a tough thing, right, in itself. We had to do 100 a day. 100 a day military. And then we ran the tires. We had our arms above our head around the track. We had to do hyperextensions off the wrestling ring while the girl sits on our leg. One girl each sits on the back of your leg, and then you switch. And then we did trampoline work to learn the high flying maneuvers. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Trampoline
it was serious.
work.
And when people say wrestling's fake, no way. No. I say, get in the ring is what I say. Let's see you take a bump and tell me it's fake.
I always say sign a waiver.
Right.
Sign a waiver, get in. Come on. Yeah.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
So, what seasons were you a part of?
Seasons 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Okay.
Yes.
Who were like backstage? What was it like? Was it like a big family? We do a lot of, like, on our show, we've been talking to a lot of people from Ohio Valley Wrestling, and they say that backstage it was like a giant family. Is that the same with Glow?
I wouldn't say that, because we're all girls. You've got egos, you've got, the girly things going, like, oh, you stole my boyfriend, or oh, you're wearing my makeup, how could you, things like that. But then you have the girls that click. Mm-hmm. So there was some of us that clicked and some of us that didn't. However, we were separated. So I don't know if you really, Glow we kept, and we were bad and good. It wasn't heel and baby face, if you will. Bad and good. So the bad and good were always separated. Even in our dorms, even when we were out in public, which was all the time, we had to stay separated. So the only time we came together is when we're in our little private space, right? So the bonds were usually the good girls with the good girls, the bad girls with the bad girls. It seldom got intertwined, but there were some friendships there. Myself, I didn't have many friends there because I was the director's girlfriend and they hated me. Yeah. Matt Simber, because I reminded him of his ex-wife, Jane Mansfield, who was his wife. And that was so that's my character. That's how my character was molded from Jane Mansfield. So he showed me a picture of her. I had no clue. When I went there, I'm like, what? Jane Mansfield? Oh my God. She was so beautiful. She was Marilyn Monroe's best friend. Now they have a son together, right? Tony Simber. He was a referee sometimes in Glow. And he was also Nature Boy in Glow. Looks just like Jane Mansfield as well.
Wow.
So that was the dingy blonde that I had, that with the blonde hair and the fun and sun girl, the blonde bombshell type scenario. So we connected, and Matt and I, it was nothing sexual, by the way, I'm just putting it out there. It was more of like a bond for us. And with that bond came a lot of roughness for me, because I didn't have my my path paved. It was difficult because I was friends with him.
Right.
He pushed me to the limit. Like headstands, I couldn't do them to save my life. My legs, Hollywood and my legs, if you notice Hollywood, and our legs go like this. We never had him straight up in a pile driver or anything. It was like dangling. So I had to go up against the wall and do 100 headstands till I got it right. So I was screaming. I almost passed out. He would push me because he thought I should look better and be better because I was close to him. He goes, the girls are going to look at you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh no, this sucks. I don't want this. I go, I do not want this. So they wouldn't even tell me any of their secrets. They wouldn't get close to me because they thought I was going to report it. And I would never do that. You know, I was loyal to the girls always, even though I love Matt Simber. And without him, we would not be Glow Girls. Mm-hmm. Right. He's the brilliant one behind it. He's the master, you know? Yeah.
So I just saw yesterday on Facebook, it was...
They did season 3.
Huh?
They did it. That's old.
Really?
Yeah.
That's old?
You blew it, yeah.
I blew it, okay. When did it come out? I didn't see it come out.
It's been out for a while.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Season 3 Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's done.
Okay.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Okay. Then we're not going to talk about that. I thought, because I'd seen season 1 and 2. I didn't hear about season 3.
They were going to do
out.
4, then they canceled it.
They were going to do 4 and it went out. Imagine that. Just like us, we did 4 seasons and it was done.
Okay.
So they couldn't take it anywhere anyway, unless they made the whole thing up, which, you know, kind of was, you know, but yeah.
So we won't include that.
It's pretty cool that after all these years, Glow's legacy still lives on. It seems like every couple of years it explodes. And then
right.
It's just like an influx of everything, and everybody just remembers it so fondly.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. It's amazing to have, I think it's 32 to 35 years in length. I mean, just keeping it going. And the fans have been there with us, and to have a series made about us, which is, you can't get any better than that. WWE won't have that, I don't think. You know what I mean? They can't duplicate Glow. Glow will be one of its kind to the end, and that's the true blessing. You know, and we're very thankful. I'm very thankful and humbled to be a part of it. Absolutely.
So, what type of projects? What are you doing now with life?
Okay, so I am a radio host. I've been for 12 years. Hence, I can talk, and yeah, sometimes you can't shut me up. Today, I'm on my tired day, so you guys are getting the tired, you know, Patricia. But so I host American Adversaries. So I do all late breaking news of California. I cover all, you know, the lowdown stuff, which right now it's very sad in our world, as we know, with all the shootings and the elementary school in Texas, which breaks my heart. So I cover that on Sundays, every Sunday for the last 12 years as a commentator. And then I do Mouthing Off on Sirius XM. So Mouthing Off is all sports. Mm-hmm. I cover all sports. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not just wrestling. Wrestling, we talk a little bit about, because I'm on with Eddie Mansfield. Mm-hmm. Do have you heard of Eddie? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And boy, does he have a mouth. Woo! My goodness. Yeah, so I've got to get in there. I'm with 2 guys. I have a great, Jeff is awesome. There's the 3 of us. And so I've learned all about NASCAR, all about, you know, NFL, you name it, baseball. And so that's what I do. And then I have a book coming out. God, I have so much. A book, a movie on my life story. A lot there. Let me tell you. Sonny's, you know, I had an interesting life, I guess. So, yeah, so you can get the comic book and read about it. I'm the first. I'll put that up there if you can see that. It might be kind of bright. I'll turn it this way or that way.
There we go.
I don't know if you can see it. So this is about my life story. This is a bio comic book. I'm the first one to have this out of any female pro wrestler.
That is so
anyone.
Cool.
First one is with Glow or anything. So it tells my life story a little bit, a preempt, and who would have thought a life story in a comic book, especially the story, you know, that it is. And then I have T-shirts, which I'm selling. As you say, glow up. It's funny. I say this.
I like that.
Get up and go, right? Because when I was last year, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. I was given 5 years to live. So when you get that news, your life changes, right? I thought I had some serious blows in my life, and I've lost a lot of people that I love. My brother committed suicide. A lot of heavy things in my life. So when I got the news that I had cancer, I'm like, what? You're kidding, right? So I'm a big advocate for colon cancer, needless to say. And one of my things was to get up and go and keep going, not to let that get to me, because I didn't want to die. I have 2 beautiful daughters. I have a beautiful family. I love my friends, and they all got me through it, by the way. But I had some serious surgery. So I was diagnosed of last year during COVID. So March 2021. And then I went in on April 1st for surgery. They got me in to remove the tumor. So, but they had to cut out half, as I say, I'm half an ass, if I can say that, because I joke about it. They cut out half my colon and half of my rectum. So there you go. So I was down and out, guys, for I don't know. I would have taken 1 million pile drivers to have that pain versus the pain I went through with all of that. But I'm good now. And I help tons of people get through their cancer diagnosis and not to give up, because we're still here. And I'm so thankful to God. God's always with me. I sell my Playboy, as you know. It's a very amazing Playboy. It's not just any Playboy. Not because I'm in it. This is amazing. It's got great articles and stuff. And I also casted the issue with 300 and let's see. This one had 320 auditions, and they're all playmates. These girls were already playmates, and so they're in this issue.
That was June of '99, right?
Huh?
That's the June of '99 issue, right?
Yeah. No, it's not June. It's March.
March. Okay. All right. March. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was in '99.
Yeah, I got that. So I'm Ace Frehley and Paul Stanley in the book, because they go by your face. Mm-hmm. And I was blessed to get the 2 because I loved Paul Stanley. Of course, I love Uncle Gene, but love you, Uncle Gene. But just saying. So there's some great stuff in here. No pun intended. Read the articles, guys. And then we have this. This is what I'm really proud of. So this again. And by the way, I have Rocky Johnson's T-shirts. I'm the only one that probably has his T-shirts for sale. So there's the book, and his stories featured in it. And there I am with Jack Hager. Yeah. Amazing stories. Again, it tells our stories. We're the first ones to have this as well. And I'm so glad that Dwayne Johnson is also endorsing this. He has his show out, Little Rock. And there's the back of it. There's us. So yeah. I have these for sale. We personally sign them. And then we have the soft copy. That's the hard copy encyclopedia. And this is the soft copy encyclopedia. So, yeah, I'm very proud of this, guys.
Good.
That's awesome.
Where can they go to order that?
They can reach out on social media to me. They can go to Squared Circle Invert Press. They sell them there. Yeah. But I have them here, too.
Fantastic.
When I'm the Playboy, I sell those always. I always have them because the guys are retiring soon. So that's it. So these books will go up and up and up because It's Kiss. It's Kiss. I mean, yeah. Need I say more?
No, absolutely.
Pretty cool. The guys are rock.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to say today?
I just say thank you.
Oh,
It's awesome, and thank you for having me on, and to be the first Glow Girl.
Yeah. We're hoping to make a mini series out of this for sure. We have a few more lined up.
Great.
I know I have Roxy Astor and
that's my bud. Oh yeah. Speaking of, we're doing a podcast, so I have her as my co-host. I almost forgot. So it's called the Global Girls Glow Down.
Okay.
With Believe Network. And all I did was I really wanted to do a podcast, like I needed to do more stuff, right? But I said, I want to get out topics not just about wrestling or a career, but I want to talk about all sorts of things, whatever matters to people.
Yeah.
Have a voice, right? And so I called Roxy. I said, would you be a co-host? She goes, I don't know how to do it. I go, you're going to. She's like, yeah, because we're besties. I love that girl. So, so we've got that too. So stay tuned with that.
Awesome. Maybe we could we could work together and do a joint one sometime.
Absolutely. Awesome. Let's do it. Yeah. I would be so down to do that. Yes.
Fantastic. Cool.
Yes.
Well, thank you again for coming on, and thank you for what you brought to the world of wrestling, being an inspiration to not just female wrestlers, but wrestlers in general. I mean, it's a beautiful story of what all of you ladies came together and did. And
thank you.
And it's one that has stood the test of time and will continue to stand the test of time.
Absolutely. As long as we're here, we're going to keep on glowing, and that's the thing. And if we can do it, anybody can do it. Anybody can get in there if they want to be a wrestler. I never discourage them. I say get in there and be your best.
Yes,
but be careful while you're doing it, because you got to love your body. You don't want to go break your neck, or because you can have serious injuries, and that's the thing. I definitely did, because I was the pile driver queen. I always had it given to me, that is, by Beastie. Beastie killed me. So, there's some dangerous things. Of course, they don't do the pile drivers anymore. But, I just tell anybody, male or female, or any boy or girl, if that's your dream, do it. Do it. Go with what your passion is and never give up, and that's it. I love you guys. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for
this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, it's Morty.
It's Brian.
And thank you for watching today's episode of Developmentally Speaking.
If you could, please click that subscribe button.
And don't forget to punch that bell icon so you can get notified whenever we go live or drop a new video every Monday. Well, thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you on the next
Developmentally Speaking.